All right, James. So you think Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton could be coming at WrestleMania 41?
Yeah.
Give us your prediction of what's going to happen leading up to it and how we get there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't,
Do you know what's Mia's going to next year?
I'm sorry?
WrestleMania 41 is going to Los Angeles,
Las Vegas or
Vegas.
Las
Las
Vegas?
Vegas is
Las
confirmed.
Vegas? Okay. So, James, what's your prediction for Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton? How are they going to get there?
I think they're going to start at Royal Rumble to WrestleMania.
So that means Randy Orton or Cody Rhodes has to turn baby or heel.
Yeah,
You know who it's going to be, right?
Cody.
No, we're gonna see the Viper, the Legend Killer.
Yep.
Randy has to turn heel. There's no I don't Since Cody's been back, we haven't seen him been a heel, and I don't want to. I feel like I'm sorry, Randy Orton is one of the best heels in WWE history, and since he's been back from injury, he's been a babyface. Since Cody Rhodes returned to the company, he's been a babyface, but Randy Orton is 100,000% the way better heel. He's one of the best heels of all time, and we have to see him be a heel before it's too
Mm-hmm.
late.
You ready for Raw?
Yes, ready for Monday Night Raw.
You ready? So, uh, the world, the world heavyweight champion Damian Priest apologized for getting angry at Finn Balor and JD McDonough after they influenced his match with Jey Uso at Backlash.
So Damian Priest started off the show, correct?
Yeah.
Damian Priest started off the show. Then JD, Finn, and Dom came out, apologized for interfering at Backlash. It
Mm-hmm.
looked like things were gonna get heated.
It was.
I thought someone was go- I thought we were 100% getting the Judgment Day turning on each other. Finn was gonna kick um Damian Priest. Damian Priest was gonna try to beat up Finn. I thought something was gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't happen yet, but the way it's been happening over the past couple of weeks, I'm sorry, and the way Damian Priest is just portraying his story, I just feel like the Judgment Day is going to be breaking up really soon.
Yeah. And after that, it was a King of the Ring tournament match. Jey Uso versus Finn Balor.
Yes. So they were talking, the Judgment Day was talking, and then didn't um what's his name?
Adam Pearce.
Adam Pearce came out, interrupted the Judgment Day, and said, Finn, you got a match tonight for the King of the Ring tournament. And out came Jey Uso.
Yeah.
So it was the first round of the qualifying match for the King of the Ring tournament. And who won the first round?
Jey Uso won and Ilya Dragunov won.
Well, we'll get to that in a second. But Jey Uso was the first winner of the first round of the King of the Ring tournament.
I think someone in the bloodline will uh take out Jey Uso.
You think someone's gonna take out Jey Uso?
Mm-hmm. Probably Tonga or Tangaloa.
Okay. So next up, we had Adam Pearce was in the parking garage talking to Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre was not happy because he was not in the King of the Ring tournament. He was injured. He was telling Adam Pearce, I have to fight tonight. I have to fight tonight. I'm not injured. I'm okay. I have to be in the King of the Ring tournament. Adam Pearce said, no, you're not clear to compete. Basically, just go home. And Drew McIntyre left. And 2 seconds later, who showed up, James?
CM Punk.
The best in the world, the cult of personality, CM Punk showed up. And the second he showed up, all the fans went crazy per usual.
Yep. And
Then,
C-
go ahead.
and CM Punk called the have been given criticism of dramatic action and call out the Spanish Scotland superstar.
Yeah. So bef CM Punk showed up, said, I got some shit to say. Adam Pearce said, go ahead, go into the ring. CM Punk's music hits. Before I start talking about what CM Punk did, that camera work they've been doing, where they have him go through the curtain, out throughout the stage, follow him through the ring, love it. Triple H era has been to a great start so far. But yeah, CM Punk went to the ring and talking crap about Drew. He kept checking his watch. Where's Drew? Where's Drew? Drew just left. Where's Drew? Where's Drew? Why is Drew? He basically called Drew a bitch and said, Drew left. He should be coming back here. Honestly, I thought at the end we were gonna have Drew's
This
music
is
hit.
this is like Kendrick and Drake right now. It is.
I don't even know what's happening with that. We'll talk about that a different day. But CM Punk basically called Drew a bitch for leaving and not coming back.
But no, because he's a B.
He's a what?
Because he is a B.
He's the B word. We all know James is family friendly. So CM Punk called out Drew. That was over. And then we had Ricochet was talking to
No.
backstage
Yep.
Kathy Kelly before facing Ilya Dragunov for the King of the Ring tournament. And then we saw my boy Braun Strowman and Ricochet back together backstage, just chatting it up, telling him, I'm very proud of you for what you're doing, Ricochet. If, over the past 2 years, Ricochet was happy to see his boy back.
Mm-hmm.
And then, go ahead.
Ricochet changed, but we get a new character of Ricochet. I'm hearing.
We're seeing a new character of Ricochet. What's that? What's that character?
I know what back in the day, he was like Trucking Ground.
Okay. Speaking of Ricochet, didn't he win the WWE Speed Championship?
Yep. Actually, I love that show. I love that show every Wednesday.
I didn't watch it, but we'll talk. Well, was it like a tournament?
Yeah,
Or
tournament.
it's a tournament,
Yeah.
and he won that tournament. Okay, so after the little get together and the catch up of Ricochet and Braun Strowman, we
Yep.
had Ilya
Yep.
Dragunov.
No, we have Io Sky and Natalia.
Oh, this is okay. This was before. So we had Io Sky and Natalia. Was this for the Queen of the Ring tournament?
Yes.
Okay. So this was the first qualifier for the Queen of the Ring tournament. We had Io Sky in her first match back on Raw versus Natalia. But first, Damage Control came out. Dakota Kai was saying we're back on Raw for the first time in years. We're back where we left off, taking over Raw. And then we had Natalia versus Io Sky. Tell us what happened with that, James.
What happened was on the ring of Damage Control, the scratch of Io Sky hit the moonsault on Natalia, soared into the semifinals of the Queen of the Ring tournament.
Yes. So we had Io Sky defeated Natalia. And she in the first round of the Queen of the Ring tournament. I do have a question. Wasn't Natalia on NXT for a couple of weeks?
Yes, she was.
And that's not obviously she's back on Raw and SmackDown full time, or she's back on Raw.
Yeah.
Whatever happened on NXT with her?
No, she was like beefing with Raw Vice.
Okay, so nothing's happening anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, and then after Io Sky defeated Natalia to move on in the Queen of the Ring tournament, is that when we had Ricochet and Ilya Dragunov?
Yes.
Okay, so Ilya Dragunov, his first match on the main roster versus Ricochet to see who moves on in the King of the Ring tournament. And James, I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea who Ilya Dragunov was.
I knew he was NXT.
But he impressed me very much. Usually, superstars that I have no idea who they are, I'm just bored. I'm like, I don't know who you are. But Ilya Dragunov definitely impressed me, and I think we could see him if he continues doing what he was just doing this past week on Raw. I could see him being very successful on Raw and very successful in the WWE. But
Mm-hmm.
how did that match go? Didn't Ilya Dragunov won?
Yes, he won.
Ilya Dragunov won his first match on the main card. WWE, he defeated Ricochet to go on to the next round of the King of the Ring tournament. And Ilya Dragunov does look like he's gonna. I just feel like his build as of a character, he looks like he's gonna be a heel, and he looks like he's gonna be a pretty good one.
Well, his character is Mad Dragon.
What was he on when he was on NXT? Was he a heel or a baby face?
He's both.
He's
Both.
both. What was he before he got caught up though?
Yeah, he did.
What was he a heel or baby face before he got caught up?
He was like babyface and heel. He was both.
He was both. Okay. And after the match, he did give out his hand to Ricochet, said good job. I honestly I thought he was gonna try to beat him up and that was gonna kickstart him being a heel, but Ricochet shook his hand, went back to the locker room, and Ilya Dragunov won his first match on Monday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm. And with the other Queen of the Ring too.
Yes, but before that, we had Sheamus backstage talking about Gunther, talking about how they've had bangers before, just giving us a preview of Sheamus and Gunther were the main event on Raw, but they just were giving us a preview. Another thing is with the Triple H era, I feel like in the past we haven't had as much backstage talk. If we have, they're just very boring. But the Triple H era, I feel like they're doing a great job with the new backstage stuff.
Same here. I like to pitch Miller.
Next up, we had the Queen of the Ring tournament
Mm-hmm.
qualified matches. First up was Zoe Stark versus Ivy Nile. What happened with that, James?
What happened was, Zoe Stark blessed of Naviayo with a 360 to power her into the semifinals of the Queen of the Ring tournament.
I was actually very surprised about this match. I think both women definitely impressed me. I think they both put up a good fight.
I I
And
impressed with Zoe Stark. I'm kind of like her already.
yeah, I kind of like them both. I feel like they both performed very well. I was actually very surprised because I feel like outside the top women superstars, the mid cards or the lower cards aren't really that great. But I was actually surprised with Io and not Io with Ivy and Zoe. Don't you think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same here.
Yeah, and Zoe Stark won to move on in the second round of the Queen of the Ring tournament. And then after that, we moved on to another backstage segment. This time, our boy, Awesome Truth, which is the Miz, and our boy, R-Truth. And we also had Yukon Legend was there. The men's basketball coach was there, right?
Yeah,
R-Truth getting people confused yet again.
I'm confused too.
I feel like some people can hate on R-Truth just because they think he's an idiot, but I think he's one of the funniest dudes in WWE, and I just like his character a lot.
Same here.
Same here.
I
Okay.
I wait for Sami Zayn increase during a brawl during Big Boston match with Chad Gable.
So we had Chad Gable versus Big Bronson Reed.
Yeah,
Was this was this for the King of the Ring tournament or was this just a match?
there's a match, and they actually made official. It's a triple threat match at King of the Ring, at Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. So that is a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship, which is Chad Gable versus Bing Bronson Reed versus the Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn.
Yep.
Okay. And who won the match?
Um, they didn't call the match. They didn't. Who
It
won?
looks like Sami Zayn attacked Chad Gable, which
Mm-hmm.
means since Chad got attacked, he was the winner. Adam Pearce obviously was the one that did the triple threat match, and now we're having a triple threat match at King of the Ring.
Mm-hmm. And so Becky Lynch come to face with Liv Morgan as they're prepared to battle for the WWE Women's World Championship at WWE King of the Ring, King in the Ring, King and Queen of the Ring. Valkyria helped fight Damage Control as Morgan left.
So, do you think is it official? Liv Morgan versus Becky?
Yep, it's official.
Is it official? Okay. And then so we had Liv Morgan came out. Well, first Becky came out, was just talking because she's the new women's world champion.
Yeah.
Um, we had Liv Morgan come out. She was talking to her, saying how she was on her revenge tour, blah blah blah. And then Damage Control came out, correct?
Yes.
Damage Control came out. What first before we move on, what happened to Asuka? Where's Asuka?
She's injured.
Injured? Okay. So we had the Kabuki Warriors and Dakota Kai came out. They surrounded the ring of Becky and Liv. We thought they were going to attack them both. And then, of course, Liv Morgan left the ring. And then Damage Control attacked Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
First, before that, we had Michael Cole was interviewing Becky Lynch. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, James, that interview was boring.
Yeah, it was boring to me too.
Yeah, so we had the interview, then Liv Morgan came out, and the shit happened with Damage Control.
And about Valkyria versus Dakota Kai for the Queen of the Ring tournament match.
Yes, another match for the sorry, Queen of the Ring tournament was Dakota Kai versus Lyra Valkyria, and Lyra Valkyria won that. I'm surprised we didn't have Dakota Kai win because Io won,
Yep.
but Lyra Valkyria did win and is moving on in the Queen of the Ring tournament.
Hmm.
And
In
then,
the main event.
no, I was saying before the main event, we had Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods talking about Gunther backstage. They were talking about the King of the Ring tournament because, as we all know, Xavier Woods didn't win the last year's King of the Ring tournament. Kofi was hyping him up because I'm sorry, Xavier Woods wasn't there. It was just Kofi because Kofi is the only member of the New Day that's healthy. Kofi was
Hmm.
hyping up Xavier Woods, saying, Xavier Woods won this last year. I have to continue it for the New Day. I have to win the King of the Ring." And then
Hmm.
we had the main event. Go ahead, James. What was the main event?
Gunther versus Sheamus for King of the Ring tournament match.
Yes. And before, like we said, we already talked about Sheamus and Gunther. They've had plenty of bangers for the Intercontinental Championship, banger after banger after banger.
After
And
burger after burger.
and then that was the main event, and it was the final match of the first round. The ring general Gunther with Lundwid's what's his first name? Lundwid
Ruthin Kaiser.
Kaiser versus Sheamus.
So after Ruthin Kaiser caused a knee injury on Sheamus, Gunther pushed the the single the inner circle warrior until he had no choice to tap out and have crab, allowing the ring general advances to the semifinals of King of the Ring tournament.
Yeah. So Kaiser got involved. Gunther won, correct?
Yes.
And Gunther is going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, that was the end of Raw. I want to talk about going forward, what we think is going to happen. So, you already said Becky. I'm going to go over the champions. So,
Mm-hmm.
let me pull this up real quick. So, um, Bailey, what do you think is going to happen with Bailey going forward? Who do you think she's going to fight?
But no, Drax of the King and the Queen.
Yeah, I think that too. I said that on the part one. I think Bailey is gonna have to fight Nia. Everybody else is on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
There's no one on SmackDown that's that big of a name. Besides, obviously, the new tag team champions. But okay, so you agree with me, Bailey and Nia and versus Nia?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then who's gonna be going up against Damian Priest? Who's gonna be the next challenger for the WWE World Title?
That part I don't know.
If the Judgment Day, I'm gonna keep saying it till it happens because it's they're clearly booking the story right now, but the Judgment Day is gonna break up soon, and I think Finn Balor is gonna challenge Damian Priest. We could see. I think Finn Balor will turn babyface,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna be Finn Balor versus Damian Priest for the WWE World Title.
I didn't talk about Liv Morgan and Dominic.
Yeah, we'll talk about that after the predictions. Who do you
Okay.
think is gonna challenge Jada Bianca? I know we talked about
Mm-hmm.
that on part two, but I just want a little quick prediction.
Hmm.
You said Piper, right? And Chelsea Green?
Yeah.
Piper Nevin and Chelsea Green?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you already said Cody Rhodes, maybe Randy Orton. But who's gonna be the next challenger? Because you said that's not to Royal Rumble. So who's gonna fight Cody next?
Trying to find out who is the biggest star. LA Knight.
So LA Knight would have to turn heel. Do you think he would turn heel?
I
Or do you think
think.
they're gonna do you think they're gonna do AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes again?
Yeah. Yeah. Mr. AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes.
Do it again?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about Liv Morgan versus not versus Dom. Liv Morgan and Dom. So as we all know, Mommy Rhea Bloody Ripley is out of action. So
Mm-hmm.
now what's going on with Liv Morgan and Dom?
You know Dominic neck thing, the purple one.
The bandana?
Yeah, the bandana. Can she's had the bandana.
Bandana? Yeah, I saw the picture.
With Morgan.
Liv Morgan, I took a picture of it. I already posted a clip about it on our TikTok account at J&J Sports. But apparently Liv Morgan has one of the bandanas of
No,
Dominic Mysterio.
it's Dominic Mysterio bandana.
Yeah, it's Liv Morgan has one of Dom's bandanas. So,
Mm-hmm.
do you think Liv Morgan could be trying to steal Mommy's man?
I think yeah, she is. Cause why not?
You think Liv? So, do you think if when the Judgment Day breaks up, you think Dom could be going over to Liv?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fall in love with Liv Morgan.
I'm confused though because I saw a couple of weeks ago on Twitter there was a rumor going around that they were trying to get Liv. This was before the whole Liv and Dom feud or beef or whatever. But they were trying to get Liv to go into like an on-camera love thing. But I don't think that's happening anymore because Dom just got married in real life. So I doubt they would do that.
No, no,
Maybe,
no, no.
maybe, who
Uh,
knows? But
uh, in the storyline in the storyline for now.
you think they're gonna do a love thing?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, Dom just got married. Hey, if him and his wife are okay with that, they could do whatever they want. But I feel like Judgment Day, once they break up, Dom's gonna go to Liv Morgan, and then we could potentially see when Rhea comes back. Rhea's gonna be like, Dom, what the? We're supposed to be Judgment Day. We're supposed to be together, and then that kicks off the Liv Morgan and Dom beef. Liv Morgan and Rhea beef.
Mm-hmm.
This I don't know. This is what happens when storylines just begins. They are very confusing, but then obviously once we see what happens,
Yeah.
we figure that out and the storyline, we're like, oh, that's why we saw what happens.
Yeah.
All right, James. I
Hold on a
think
second. Hold on a second.
go
Hold on a
ahead.
second. I got more stuff hasn't announced.
More WWE stuff.
Yep.
Is there anything going on tomorrow on SmackDown?
Yep. So, UFC, Derek Lewis says he is in talks with WWE.
Oh yeah, I did see that. WWE superstar Derek Lew or WWE superstar. UFC
Yep.
UFC star Derek Lewis apparently is in discussion with WWE. Maybe he'll
Mm-hmm.
go to Raw, maybe he'll go to SmackDown. Who knows what's even gonna happen? Who knows if that report's even true? It is obviously a rumor. I saw that too.
I just found out about Drake and Kendrick Lamar is a favorite odds according to betting online for have a possibility a boxing match with Drake is
And Kendrick,
forward and Kendrick Lamar in match in the WWE match.
a WWE match. You know what I could see? Back to the um back to the whole UFC fighter. I could see him coming to Raw and having beef with Braun Strowman. Just two
Mm-hmm.
big dudes, two big alphas. Braun being the baby face. What was
Mm-hmm.
his name? Derek. What's his last name?
Uh, Kendrick Lamar.
No, Derek the UFC fighter.
Uh, uh, Derek Lewis.
Derek Lewis. I could see Derek Lewis coming over to Raw, him being a heel and him having beef with Braun Strowman. Just two gigantic dudes beefing.
Yeah,
Because
and
we haven't had a big guy in quite some time. Back like the Big Show, Undertaker, Kane, people like that. We haven't
yeah.
had a big guy like that.
And I just found out about when Orton talked about change in creative under leadership of Triple H with Nick Khan, Triple H, and Bruce Pritchard. So many things have been changed for the creative. Send report. They talking months and months, in the months and events before the week. We kind of flying by the sort of our plans. The creative was a, changed a minute before we have went live each week. We don't mean sometimes, I mean each week creative was changed when on source with Adam Apple.
So Randy Orton's very happy the way WWE's heading in the
Yeah,
direction. I mean,
yeah.
hey, he came back at Survivor Series. What was that, like 6 or 7 months ago? He's
Mm-hmm.
obviously one of the best WWE superstars of all time. So if he approves the new Triple H era, everybody
Mm-hmm.
has to approve the new Triple H era.
And what if WWE brings Sticker Book 2 in with Lance Lance and Juice to the smallest SWAT team had take out the bloodline.
You think they're gonna take out the bloodline?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, James.
Hold on. Starting in September all through to the end of 2024, USA Network will solve the exclusive ladder home of WWE Monday Night Raw and WWE SmackDown, which returns to SmackDown since September 13th.
Okay. Any more things, James?
And hold on a second. I got two more things. WWE's have resigned the superstars for the past 3 weeks. Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Undertaker, and the Wings deal and just found out the treatment of Saudi Arabia in general moment of 40 Tunga TCC tells ESPN that achievement by Saudi Arabia excitement to agreement with WWE will be announced later this month, especially working at bring Royal Rumble or WrestleMania to Saudi Arabia.
Okay. So a lot of stuff's happening within WWE very, very shortly.
And I just found out about Dominic. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, Dominic got caught in 4K.
What happened? What do you mean?
He liked this picture right here.
Oh, he liked that picture of Liv Morgan?
Yeah! He
See,
got caught 4K.
that's good storytelling right there.
Yeah.
That is good storytelling.
Yep.
All right, James, let's end it. Take us home, buddy.
Thank you guys for watching JJ Sports on YouTube. Follow Jared on TikTok and Instagram and X on Twitter. Follow me TikTok, Instagram, and X and Twitter. A lot of things is changing. A lot of new things is coming out. More episodes is coming out this year, 2024. Thanks guys for watching this for me and Jared. Hopefully going forward, we're not ending this broadcast. I say guys, thank you for part of our hearts. Jared, let's tell our fans what they want to say.
Yes, guys, thank you for watching the podcast. Not many people do, but they do check out the TikToks and they always have something to say. Thank you for Miss Susan for reposting our videos. Thank you for everybody for commenting. Thank you for showing love to James. Thanks for showing love for me. We'll talk to y'all later. See you next week.
Yep, and we are hashtagging WWE and ready for this. Peace. Deuces.